Hey everyone, and welcome back to the CoinGraph Market channel. Today I'm making another video about XRP. I hope everyone is having a great day no matter where they are in the world. XRP is what we'll talk about. I'll start with this XRP army bank on a huge bull run, as a pro slipper lawyer puts it. The bad price performance of XRP, not natural. That's what Jeremy Hogan said about how much XRP costs. But he says, I do think the breakout can be huge. He's right, the price doesn't make sense. Really, XRP should be worth more than $1 right now. Instead, it's still worth less than 60 cents. But it's not just XRP that's falling. Here are the ISO codes for XLM, XTC, and HBAR. But I do think that when we do take off, it will be epic. You know, all XRP needs is some kind of catalyst. I think the next thing that will make XRP go is the Ripple C case. Getting to a full end, that's when I think things will really start to take off for XRP. The era of institutional adoption will begin. For another thing, we're waiting for this to come from smoke. That's because when people guess how much XRP will be worth, they always say it's because it's not being used or because Ripple is dumping on the XRP community. But a few things are going to happen this year. There are going to be rules put in place. It's taking place in the EU already. A lot of institutions will start to use tokens and widespread use will follow. That's why I think 2024 will be a big year. Listen to this, cryptocurrencies like XRP and XLM will continue to be a big part of getting people to use different cryptocurrencies. It takes a lot of strength to do a half turn in a full turn. When they start to turn, they gain speed and are hard to stop. So let's look at how blockchain and digital assets are used together. They've shown value, so that's part of the first turn's feasibility. Now we're seeing these use cases get to the bottom of that first turn, economic viability, and there are some exciting plans afoot. We heard about its separate areas for delivering interbank payments and making payments. And correspondent banking messaging across borders, within banks, within companies, and importantly, when we get to ESG, the S part of memory. There's a lot of interesting energy there, and we're seeing cryptocurrencies like XRP, Stellar Lumens, and stablecoins like Us.DC play a big part in getting that wheel turning and delivering the internet value. Also, the use of digital currencies by central banks will speed up the acceptance of digital assets by most people. And as I already said, ISO will also add value. When CBDC goes live, the prices of these ISO cryptocurrencies will start to change. In the background, things are still being built out, but the system is almost finished thanks to the fast-track work done over the last 2 years. It's almost time to go. Even if Swift and Ripple don't work together, XRP will still be able to move through the Swift network. Ripple strategically put themselves near and in tech partners like CGI, Temenos, and others in order to gain market share more quickly. What do you think is going on? Due to the partnerships that Ripple is already built into Swift. They're going to quickly tear apart from the inside out. It's going to be linked to a lot of different things. Swift isn't going to even see it coming. It's going to happen so quickly that Swift will have to decide what to do. Do we work together with Ripple? Should we let Ripple use our whole database and all of our payment rails? What's going to happen with Swift? That's the main question, because that can get us to 3 digits on its own. That's why I always talk about Ripple and Swift. Ripple technology can easily replace Swift. It goes faster. It's also safer and cheaper than Swift. Swift is out of date, and no matter how much you update it, it can't compete with XRP and RippleNet. I also think it's smart for Ripples to get partners into Swift early on. Since all of those rails are now set up, Swift, how can we make it possible for the Swift community to use all the infrastructure we already have in place for Swift? So they can start to interact with this new tokenized ecosystem without having to build a whole new set of infrastructure. They need to be able to connect, send messages, and use connectivity standards. The fact that even Swift is looking into going in the direction of tokenization shows how big this is going to get, the way Jeremy Hogan is right now. According to him, the price of XRP is not normal, but this price is like the calm before the storm, and it will take a long time for the storm to pass. People will still be trying to fight on XRP, even though its price is going to go up so fast. But what's coming can't be stopped, and it's going to be a great time. Also, don't forget that MasterCard teamed up with Ripple. Visa and MasterCard, the 2 biggest card companies in the world, will both benefit from the usefulness of digital assets like XRP. I keep seeing ads for Visa and MasterCard that say they're trying to come up with new ideas, but the back end is still broken. That's the front end's quick end. It all looks great. All of that can change with Ripple, which is why Visa and MasterCard are already working with it. They know it's the way to go. A Visa ad that says it will soon be possible for payments to work with other services like PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and more. Just think about what could happen. We will see it happen once mass adoption takes place, because we are crypto investors and not just crypto fans. They won't even know what happened because they'll be using blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies without realizing it. That's when it happened. That's when you'll know your waiting paid off, because adoption will happen very quickly after rules are put in place. They had to get rid of the trash so the rest of the space could reach new heights. To me, trash means shit coins, which are coins that can't be used for anything. When FedNow's instant payments really take off, things will move so quickly, and they keep telling you this. And when instant payments really take off, they'll grow so quickly in the country that you need to be able to scale up quickly and maybe even use the cloud, because it will catch you off guard very quickly if you depend on regular data centers. It's going to happen very quickly, which is why I keep telling people, you're sitting here, you're complaining about the price and worried about the price of XRP right now. When it happens, you'll either hold on to XRP or let it go by, and no one knows that yet. Since no one really knows what they're holding yet, the XRP ledger will check the DEX and figure out the best way to make a trade on its own. 2 new ideas can be found on the DEX. XRP ledger will check the decentralized exchange on its own to find the best way for buyers and sellers to make the trade through the DEX. Auto-bridging and pathfinding are 2 new and creative ways that this can happen on the DEX. Auto-bridging uses XRP as a middleman asset to make the cheapest deal possible between 2 non-XRP tokens. This helps when one of the tokens doesn't have a pathfinding token. People can use pathfinding to move from one currency or form of value to another. It works by putting together the best route with the most liquidity between the original trading pairs. Now, let's go back to our example of art. If someone wanted to buy the NFT with gold, but the seller wanted dollars, the DEX would find the cheapest route on their own. It might help to trade gold for XRP first and then XRP for dollars to figure out the best way to move forward. That's where XRP comes in handy. It's so cheap, fast, and safe that it changes the game every time. I believe they are trying to help the UAE. I feel like they want to push it, because they were saying that's where all the money laundering happens before, and they were put on a grey list. Now that list has been taken down, things can move forward. But the UAE is going to be a big place for innovation in crypto. Even Ripple is going big there right now. It's good to see them take off the grey list. Ripple 2006, take care of your own money. Ryan Fugger, I'm going to read the part about Ripple now. He says that the process of deindustrialization has started and that blockchain technology is a key part of keeping the shift from analog to digital going. Back in 2011 or 1991, Ripple executives knew that Bitcoin's effect on the environment would be bad for the world. One of the reasons Ripple was built was to fix all of Bitcoin's problems one by one. This is why the XRP ledger was made. People who are big on Bitcoin want you to think that Bitcoin is the future, even though XRP was made to replace Bitcoin. From the start, it was a beta test coin. That's why you don't see countries people are talking about using Bitcoin, except in El Salvador, which is already using Bitcoin. I even think Flare will make Bitcoin more useful on the old coin rails. But I also think Bitcoin is useful for some people. But will that value last for a long time? That is, after this next big run up and utility starts to work, Bitcoin is running out of time. Who the heck is going to want to use it? Because there are better choices out there and adoption is going very quickly at the same time. No one wants payments to be too expensive or too slow. Everything right now is about payments. The whole story is about cheap and real-time payments. I put in a lot of work and make good money.